What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again today for another BFR. It's weird it's just weird when you get back to saying it, and it sounds so strange after you've gone so long without saying it. Preseason Game 3 against the Minnesota Wild in Minnesota. 5 o'clock game on September 28th. Of course, the Bears game was ending when this game was going on, so that was that was my main focus. I had the game on my other TV on the same floor. Score. Hawks win this one 4-1, and honestly, a pretty good effort all around. Of course, there's a standout player from this game, which we'll get to. Shots were 29-21 Minnesota. Hits were 28-18 Chicago. Faceoffs 26-22 Minnesota. Power play, Chicago 1 for 2, and Minnesota was 0 for 2. And Comesso got the start, 28 out of 29 saves. Gustafsson, 17 out of 20. If I'm going to highlight 3 players that truly took over this game, it's got to be that entire second line there. Bertuzzi, Nazar, Teravainen. When they had the puck, they were doing some fantastic things, and Comesso, all he had to really do was stop the puck, and that's exactly what he did. Speaking of lines, first line, Donato, Bedard, Burakovsky. So Burakovsky got into his first preseason game. Took 2 penalties, but I don't know. We'll see. Second line, Bertuzzi, Nazar, Teravainen, and that line absolutely worked. That's what I figured the line was going to be going into this season. Third line, you had Lardis, Green, and Moore. Fourth line, you had Savoie, Foligno, and Spellacy. First pair on the defense, it was Vlasic and Rinzel, projected first pair right there. Second pair, Kaiser and Levshunov, also projected second pair. Korchinski and Allen on the third pair. Of course, you think Murphy's going to slide into that third pair right D slot. But, you know, if you have too many defensemen, you have to slide them in and out. And you also have Cumby as a 7th defenseman, but he didn't play. Goalies, Comesso and Soderblom. Only Comesso plays. And let's get to the first period. 12-12, it's a Minnesota penalty to Ogren for holding. And at 10:29, the Hawks score on the power play. And it's a tic-tac-toe power play goal for Frank Nazar's first of the preseason from Teravainen and Bertuzzi to make it 1-0. Also give credit to Bedard. If there's a third assist, he's going to get that because he set up that play. Bedard, Bertuzzi. I believe went Bedard to Bertuzzi to Teravainen to Nazar, who puts it into the open net once it was a tic-tac-toe. 9:22 then, it's a Chicago penalty to Burakovsky for hooking, which is killed. We go to the second period where 18:41, it's just a nice little rush by Nazar. He gets some speed, and he just puts it top shelf. He gets his second of the game from Bertuzzi and Rinzel to make it 2-0. 15:05, it's a Minnesota penalty to Hartman for tripping, which is killed. And then Allen just started laying the body. Allen was being very physical this game, and he looked pretty good out there for a more defensive-minded defenseman. 9:14, it's a Minnesota goal to Hunter Haight, his second of the preseason from Pitlick and Lambos to make it 2-1. Lambos, someone I've acquired in NHL 26, so I know the name. Third period, 12:29, Chicago scores, and it's Ryan Donato with his first of the preseason from Bedard and Kaiser to make it 3-1. And at 4:45, Minnesota looks like they get it within 1, but the goal is disallowed immediately. The refs apparently blew the whistles before the puck was in the net or they could see the puck. It was just a huge scramble in front there. 3:28, Chicago penalty to Burakovsky for holding, which would be killed off. And during that Minnesota power play, there's a huge scramble in front. Comesso's out of the net. Kaiser and Rinzel both go flying into the net to stop the puck, and they both make some saves on, I don't remember who got the shots off, but they get it out, and the shots were cleared. So great defense there by Kaiser and Rinzel. Minnesota pulls the goalie with 2:40 to go on the power play. Hawks kill off the rest after the 6-on-4. Timeout at 2:12. And at 58.5 seconds, Chicago gets the empty netter after the penalty is killed off. Frank Nazar gets his third of the game. Hat trick from Teravainen and Kaiser to make it 4-1. So honestly, I'll give Kaiser the shout out too. He was the best defenseman in this game. And I'll give credit to Allen, and I'll give credit to Rinzel as well. Overall, very well all-around effort from the Hawks this game. The bottom 6 wasn't as noticeable as they was in the previous game in St. Louis. Of course, there were some guys who played in that game and then came over here and played another one. So respect to those guys like Moore, Lardis. I believe Green's played in all 3 preseason games. He might be one of the first call-ups. I'm not sure if he'll crack the opening night roster, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, that's going to be all I have for you guys in this one. I'm going to thank you all so much for watching this video, and I shall see you all in the next one. Have a good one.